Yes, people. How are we doing, everybody? Welcome back to the Dugout Football Channel. It's time for match week number 9 of the 21-22 Premier League season. Let's have a quick look at how everyone did in match week 8. I only got 4 points. It was a very, very poor week. Actually, I'm going to be honest, nobody had a very good week at all. Scores ranged from 4s to 5s to 6s. To even a couple of 7s as well. I got no perfect scores, of course. Top scorer in the comments, and it wasn't the best score, but you were top scorer, was Roberto the Hornet, and Roberto the Hornet got 8 points, including I think one perfect score, which was Southampton to beat Leeds by 1-0, and he had another couple of outcomes as well. So. Very, very well done, Roberto, as well. So we move on to match week number 9, and there are a lot of big games this week. A lot of big games, obviously. We will go into them very, very quickly. So starting things off, we have Arsenal against Aston Villa. 3 wins to Villa and 2 wins to Arsenal. The last result was a 3-0 win to Aston Villa. I'm going to be honest, Arsenal were terrible against Crystal Palace. Absolutely terrible. Yes, I know they might have taken the lead after 5 minutes through, obviously, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, but again, that was a goalkeeping mistake from Vicente Guaita. After that, Palace absolutely played very, very well and unlucky to not come away with at least 3 points in that game. Lucky to get the result in the end, Arsenal. It's 2 bad errors. Thomas Partey plays a completely stray ball, goes straight to Christian Benteke, and Benteke manages to, pop it away, which was a very, very good finish. And it was another mistake again. Dilly-dallying on the ball as well. Gallagher got ahead of Pepe. Pepe dilly-dallying on the ball. Gallagher got into it, and then Gallagher plays into Elise. Elise plays into Edward, and it's 2-1 Palace. So very, very disappointing result for Arsenal as well. Aston Villa, on the other hand, wow. They probably had one of their worst 10 minutes ever. They were cruising 2-0 up, goals from Danny Ings and John McGinn to get a 2-0 lead over Wolves, and then Wolves managed to get back straight away almost. That 10-minute spell was absolutely magnificent from Wolves. Ruben Neves obviously deflected free kick, went into the back of the net as well. So it was a very, very good victory for Wolves. Aston Villa, on the other hand, they will be kicking themselves as well. So the good bounce has gone from Arsenal. Look, I think it's all about Arsenal being, back at home. This is a Friday night game, of course. So big game, this one, actually. How do I see it going? I'm picking Villa to win this one. I wasn't impressed with Arsenal last night. And I just think Aston Villa are going to win this game. I have a feeling that they're going to win to 0 as well. I honestly see Aston Villa winning this game. I'm going for a 2-0 win to Aston Villa. Call me crazy or anything, but I have a feeling that Aston Villa are going to win this game. So I'm going Arsenal 0, Aston Villa 2. And then we have Chelsea against Norwich City. This is a 12:30 kickoff on Saturday. It is 4 wins to Chelsea and 1 draw. The last result was a 1-0 win to Chelsea. Well, Chelsea getting away with a 1-0 win over Brentford. Ben Chilwell scoring the winner. It's a fantastic strike, you'd have to say. Romelu Lukaku has now gone 6 games without a goal. I said this on the World of Football podcast, and I think people could probably go back and see that I said Lukaku will have these spells where he goes on a goal glut, goal spree, and then all of a sudden the goals will dry up. He's that kind of striker. He is that kind of striker, unfortunately. So 6 games without a goal is not very, very good. You would expect him to bounce back anyway, but Chelsea were lucky. They were lucky against Brentford. Brentford absolutely battered them for the last 15 minutes, and very, very unfortunate to not come away with at least a draw in that game. One team was actually looking like they were going to win that game, and Brentford I thought were very, very good. So Chelsea a bit fortunate to get away with the win, but that's what good teams do: play poorly but still get the result as well. Norwich City 0-0 against Brighton, but my goodness me, Josh Sargent will be kicking himself because he goes round Robert Sanchez, he has the whole goal to aim at, and it's such a team weak effort that Shane Duffy can go back and just defend. It was just terrible play from Josh Sargent. Norwich on another day, they were pretty lucky, I think, to get away with a penalty. I think Tim Krul does actually touch Mopé, but Mopé goes down in stages, so I can understand that wasn't given anyway. But for this game, Chelsea are going to win this one. I'm sorry, I just don't see Chelsea losing to Norwich City. I don't see Norwich getting anything out of Stamford Bridge. I'm going to go for a 3-0 win to Chelsea. I think it'll be a 3-0 win to Chelsea. Now we have Crystal Palace against Newcastle United. 3 wins to Palace and 2 wins to Newcastle. The last result was a 2-0 win to Newcastle United. Crystal Palace, I've laxed lyricals about them. They were fantastic against Arsenal. So unlucky not to get a win on Patrick Vieira's return to his old club. Look, it was a very, very good performance from Crystal Palace. And I've been very impressed with Conor Gallagher. I think Michael Olise is absolutely fantastic. There's even talk that Izzy's going to come back very, very soon as well. The only way is up for Crystal Palace, and they have been very, very good under Patrick Vieira. Patrick Vieira is a very good manager for this Crystal Palace team. It's a very, very young team as well. So they're looking really, really good. I mean, Christian Benteke scoring against Arsenal, that was a clinical finish. You just want to see more of that Benteke that can actually score goals. Edouard is clinical anyway, but Crystal Palace were very, very unfortunate to come away with a 2-2 draw against Arsenal. Newcastle United getting away with a 3-2 defeat to Tottenham. What I will say though, the atmosphere was absolutely magnificent at St James's Park. Really, really impressive atmosphere at St James's Park. And I have to say that when Newcastle scored that first goal, you could hear a pin drop in the stadium. Absolutely fantastic atmosphere. Yes, they were unlucky to lose, but it's only a matter of time, I think, before Steve Bruce is gone. I think if they lose to Crystal Palace, I think Bruce will be gone. In all honesty, I think they're just waiting to get a new manager to try and find the right man to come in at this time to take this Newcastle team on. But I just think Newcastle are bereft of ideas under Steve Bruce, and unfortunately, I can only see this one going one way in this one. I know Newcastle won the last meeting 2-0 against Crystal Palace. I'm going to go for a 2-0 win to Crystal Palace. I think Crystal Palace will be too strong for Newcastle United. And now we have Everton against Watford. 2 wins to Everton, 2 wins to Watford, and 1 draw. The last result was a 1-0 win to Everton 1-0 defeat to West Ham. I mean, West Ham were probably the better team in that game anyway, but that's a very disappointing result as well. Hopefully Dominic Calvert-Lewin will be coming back. Rondon, he had a couple of chances, didn't he? He didn't look great, did he? Look, I think Everton will have to be a lot better this time around, but they are coming up against a Watford side who were absolutely atrocious against Liverpool. I mean, I don't think it was much as Watford were very, very poor. I just think Liverpool was just too clinical. Liverpool made a very, very slow start against Manchester City, so they didn't want to do that. But yeah, Claudio Ranieri, I think he knows the job that he's got on his shoulders at Watford, and I just think that this is going to be too much of a job for him. I'm going to be honest. I don't see where the points are going to come from for Watford, and it's a very, very tricky run-in as well. So I'm going to give Everton the win. I think Everton will be too strong for the Hornets in this one. Everton 2, Watford 0. Now we have Leeds United against Wolverhampton Wanderers. It is 3 wins to Leeds and 1 win to Leeds. Only 4 meetings in the Premier League era, and the last result was a 1-0 win to Wolves. Leeds, dearie me. I mean, I don't understand. I honestly don't understand what is happening with Leeds this season. Second season syndrome has definitely hit them. And you look at Leeds and you look at the way that they've been playing. I am very, very worried for them. Very, very worried for them. I honestly don't see them having any points anytime soon as well. Wolves will be absolutely buzzing about themselves. 3-2 win against Aston Villa. 2-0 down after obviously Danny Ings and John McGinn Super John McGinn, I should say, scored to make it 2-0, and then Wolves posed a very, very big comeback as well. Roman Saiss, Connor Cody, and obviously Ruben Neves deflected a free kick, of course, as well. So I think Wolves will be... I don't see many goals in this game, but I just think the way that Wolves are playing at the moment... was that 3 wins in a row now for Wolves? Or it could be 4 wins in a row anyway. But Wolves have been fantastic. So I am going to go for them to go to Elland Road and win. I am going to go for Leeds 0, Wolves 1. I think Wolves are going to come out of that one with a 1-0 win. And now we have Southampton against Burnley. 2 wins to Southampton and 2 wins to Burnley, and 1 draw. The last result was a 3-2 win to Southampton. Southampton, that's more like it. That is more like it. We want to see those kind of performances, don't we? Fantastic performance. Absolutely dominated Leeds on and off the park. Brosha, what a goal. What a fantastic finish that was as well. So Southampton have finally got the win under their belt, and it was a very, very good victory. Burnley, congratulations on not getting beat 5-0 by Manchester City. Look, I think, you did actually play pretty well. Managed to keep the score down in the end. But City were just too good, and they were really, really too good as well. Looking at this one, this is a very tough one to call because obviously Burnley are still waiting their first win. Southampton have got their first win. I'm going to go for a draw. I think it will be a very, very close one between these two. I'm going Southampton 1, Burnley 1. I don't see much between the two sides in this one. And now we have Brighton against Manchester City. This is the Saturday evening kickoff, which remains 4 wins to Man City and 1 win to Brighton. And in fact, that win for Brighton came in the last meeting. It was a 3-2 win to the Seagulls in that one. Look, I think Brighton should have probably got something more from the Norwich game. 0-0, disappointing, very, very disappointing. But you have to say, Norwich could have easily won that game had Josh Sargent had hit that shot much, much sweeter. Anyway, but Brighton, they'll obviously go back to the Amex and hopefully, under the lights at the Amex, it's a very, very good opportunity. But Manchester City 2-0 against Burnley, very, very good performance. Bernardo Silva on the score sheet as well, so really, really good to see him on the score sheet in this one. I think City will go to Brighton. I think they will win. I know Brighton are sitting 4th in the Premier League or 5th in the Premier League right now, which is fantastic for them, but I just think City will be too strong for Brighton. I'm going to go for a 2-0 win to Manchester City. And now we move on to Sunday games. There are 3 Sunday games anyway, and it is Brentford against Leicester City. So I had to look through the archives through this one for the head-to-head meetings. It is 2 wins to Brentford and 3 wins to Leicester. The last one was a 3-1 win to Leicester City. I mean, I've said Brentford were so unlucky to lose against Chelsea. They absolutely battered Chelsea. So unlucky. So unlucky. I mean, David Raya had a really, really good game again. If it wasn't for Mendy, Chelsea probably draw that game as well. But to be fair, I thought Raya had a really, really good game as well. Look, Brentford, when you go to the Brentford Community Stadium, you're going to get a very, very tough game anyway. That is for sure. So I was very, very impressed with Brentford, and I think they're only going to get better. They're only going to get better as the season goes as well. Leicester City are facing the prospect of a trip to Spartak Moscow on Wednesday. Yeah. Answer on a postcard, please. 3:30 kickoff on a Wednesday. Look, it's ridiculous that they're having to play at 3:30. So it doesn't clash with the Champions League. But yeah, very, very strange. Really, really strange, that one anyway. But Leicester City, 4-2 win against Manchester United. Obviously, people will say that Manchester United were very, very poor. It's not all about Manchester United, all about Leicester City in that game. I thought they were absolutely terrific. Yes, they might have gone down 1-0 to an absolute wonder goal from Mason Greenwood, but the Tielemans getting the goal. Obviously, we will come to Manchester United later on in this video. But I tell you something, Leicester absolutely dominated, and Skeglas Jungchu getting the goal, Vardy getting the 3-2. 14 seconds it took for them to take the lead in a very, very crazy game. And great to see Patson Daka off the mark as well. I think that's what we've been wanting, is Patson Daka to get off the mark in that one. So very, very well done to Patson Daka. So for this game, I think it's going to be a very, very tight game. I think Leicester City don't really want to go to Brentford after a Europa League game anyway. So I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw between Brentford and Leicester. I don't see many goals in this one, and I think it will be spoils shared in this one. And now we have two sides who are in pretty good form. You would have to. Well, actually, one team's in very, very good form. The other one, not so, but a good one in the last game week. It is West Ham against Tottenham. 2 wins to Hammers, 2 wins to Spurs, and 1 draw. The last result is a 2-1 win to West Ham. Stop saying David Moyes is a defensive manager. You quite clearly can see it now. David Moyes is definitely not a defensive manager. He was absolutely fantastic. He got the game plan to perfection against Everton. Obviously, Angelo Ogbonna scoring a very, very good goal from an Aaron Cresswell corner. Not to what the Premier League thought, which was a Jared Bowen assist. It was definitely Aaron Cresswell, so answer the postcard for that one, please. But I have to say West Ham were fantastic, and they've been playing very, very well. They obviously do have Europa League action at the weekend on Thursday, but you look at West Ham, you look at Tottenham. I mean, they've got Europa Conference League anyway, but West Ham are in very, very good form, and the London Stadium will be absolutely bouncing. Tottenham getting a 3-2 win over Newcastle, 1-0 down. Harry Kane decides to get a goal as well, doesn't he? A very, very good finish, and Dombele get a very good finish as well. One thing I will say, obviously I know that the Newcastle fan went to hospital is obviously stable, but very, very well done to Sergio Reguilon and Eric Dyer for actually getting the doctors to go over. I thought that was absolutely fantastic, and Sergio Reguilon, you and Eric Dyer, and obviously the 2 doctors as well, the woman doctor and Dr. Pritchard, who was on BBC Breakfast, of course, has managed to save that person's life. So very, very well done to everyone involved there. But Tottenham, it's a very, very good victory, a 3-2 win over Newcastle. Eric Dyer scoring an own goal anyway, but didn't matter, and it was a good win for Tottenham in that one. So I am going to go for a West Ham win. I think West Ham will be too strong for Tottenham, and I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to West Ham. And the final game, well, I still think this is the biggest game in English football. It is Manchester United against Liverpool. It is 2 wins to Liverpool and 3 draws. The last result was a 4-2 win to Liverpool. Manchester United, where do we start here? First off, I think the team selection to play Harry Maguire was absolutely criminal from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Why you play a 50% fit Harry Maguire against Leicester? Look, Harry Maguire was at fault for all 4 goals, right? He was at fault for all 4 goals. He played a he was dilly-dallying on the ball, allowed Vardy to get in there and plays in Tielemans, or it was it was Iheanacho. Plays into Tielemans. Tielemans scores, very, very good finish. He should be marking Kalglaciunshu. He's not. He's completely ball watching, and then I don't know what he's doing for the 3rd goal. Nobody leaves Jamie Vardy unmarked in the 6-yard box, so that was poor. And then the 4th goal, he's just completely standing. He watches Patson Daka go by him. Harry Maguire is not fit. He's clearly not fit. So why did you not play Eric Bailly and Victor Lindelof? I think, it probably wouldn't have done anything justice about the result anyway. But Manchester United, I'm going to say this now. You are not in the greatest of form. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's job is looking as... I don't think it's as secure as many people think. I think if he loses to Atalanta, and I think if he loses to Liverpool, I think that could be it. I really, really do. There's been a few murmurs about Zidane and Conte, whether you believe them or not. But the thing is, Manchester United, I think they've only been good in 1 game this season. And I think it was Leeds United at home. I think that's the only game I think they've been very, very good in all through the 90 minutes. I honestly do. I honestly do think that the way that Manchester United are playing at the moment, you know, Manchester United, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer can get results like that. You can get results out of somewhere, but I honestly think Manchester United are a bit of rut, and you know it's probably not the best time to be playing an absolutely rampant Liverpool, who won by 5-0 against Watford. All the front three were on the score sheet. Bobby Firmino hat-trick, Mohamed Salah again. What a goal that was! Absolutely magnificent goal against Watford, and Sadio Mane as well. So I think a heavy defeat to Liverpool could be the end for Ole. I think a defeat to Liverpool could be the end for Ole. But you look at this game and, you know, how do you stop Mo Salah? How do you stop Sadio Mane? How do you stop Bobby Firmino? I mean, Manchester United will be thinking that. How do you stop this Liverpool team? Look, it's going to be a much different game because both sides will obviously have fans back in the ground. 75,000 Manchester United fans, of course, as well. So it's going to be a very, very interesting game as well. They're always hard games to call, these ones. But just look at the two sides, and Manchester United are bereft of confidence. They've got a manager who is completely under pressure, doesn't play Donny van de Beek. You know, and he plays the wrong team. So, you know, Rafa Varane is a big miss. Luke Shaw's not playing very, very well either. I think all this leads to Liverpool victory. I really, really do. And I'm not saying that in a biased point of view. I just feel that this is a Liverpool victory. And I'm going to go for a 3-1 win to Liverpool. I think Liverpool will probably put the final nail in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's coffin. I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer could be out of a job after this game. I'm going Manchester United 1, Liverpool 3. So that's what I think. That is my Matchweek number 9 predictions done and dusted. As I've said, leave your predictions in the comment section down below. And like Roberto the Hornets, you will get a shout out in the next video. So I will go from predictions very, very quickly. So I'm going Arsenal 0, Aston Villa 2, Chelsea 3, Norwich 0, Crystal Palace 2, Newcastle United 0, Everton 2, Watford 0, Leeds United 0, Wolves 1, Southampton 1, Burnley 1, Brighton 0, Manchester City 2, Brentford 1, Leicester City 1, West Ham 2, Tottenham 1, and Manchester United 1, Liverpool 3. So that is it. That is Matchweek number 9 done and dusted. And we will see what happens in this match week. Obviously, two big games, the derby between West Ham and Tottenham, and obviously the biggest game in English football, Manchester United against Liverpool. And until then, it's goodbye from me. If you do like the content, please hit that subscribe button, drop a like on the video. We are very close to 1.5k. We can get there very, very soon. I'll be very, very happy. And I'll see you all in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye for now. Enjoy the football. Cheers.